second. Well, this is going to be it. This will be the final lap of the final race of the 1977 season. There's the white flag. Young Neil Bonnet is in front. The last lap, 2.5 miles to go. Richard Petty goes very high as they go into turn number 1. Bonnet drops right down on the yellow line, pulls out, and he pulls out a lead. Neil Bonnet walking away from Richard Petty as they go to turn 2. Using all the racetrack, right down to the bottom of the track and right up to the wall on the X of the corners. Both these drivers straining. Talk about strain. Look at this. David Pearson drop kicking at 160, 70, up to 180 miles per hour. Roddy Baker's automobile down the back straightaway. That is the ultimate drop. Field moving down into turn 3, and there are the two. That's Neil Bonnet on the left, Richard Petty on the right, ready to go at it for the finish line here. They're coming down into turn number 4. Richard Petty is making his move. He's up on the outside. They're coming down for the finish this time. Smoldering the tires. Petty coming to the line. He couldn't get through. Bonnet holds him off. Checkered flag is out. Neil Bonnet wins his first super speedway race ever. And what a win on one of the most difficult tracks to beat. The master tactician Richard Petty like that was just incredible. And the white flag is out. The white is out for Morgan Shepherd. He has one more lap to go. The car right in front of him is Lake Steve, the number 66 car. Shepherd is about to walk off with the victory here in the Virginia 500. A tremendous afternoon for him. The car turned in turn number 3 now to the very low groove. There he is. He's got his hand out the window. He's waving to the crowd as he comes down to receive the checkered flag. He also won that Pepsi 420. He's done very well on the short track. White flag. One left to go. There it is. Down to the final lap. 12 different winners this year. Bodine has already collected 2. This will be the biggest one of all for Jeff Bodine. He'll have a new look on his car in 1985 when we see him at Daytona International Speedway. Second place car is the number 27. It is Tim Richmond in the second position. Here's Bodine trying to hold on for the win. Just coming off turn 6, Richmond just entering it. Labonte third, Elliott fourth, Parsons fifth. Been some scramble, dramatic all afternoon. The lead has changed time and time again. 13 lead changes between 7 drivers today. Last lap for Jeff Bodine. The Hendrick crew hoping that it's all going to finish for them. He is in 9th position in the standings. He will hold off Ron Bouchard. That's going to make a major difference in point money for him as they come down to decide it. Terry Labonte on his way to winning the championship. Last lap, last time for Bodine. What a surprise. What a comeback for Jeff Bodine today. Checkered flag ready to fall. And the winner of the Winston Western 500 today at Riverside, California is Jeff Bodine. Coming down. White flag is out. Jeff Bodine into his final lap. Just praying, and we listen now as that car goes into turn number 1 for a burp, anything from that motor that might spell disaster for Bodine. Remember, looking 13 seconds back now, Terry Labonte. From the in-car camera, you may see Jeff Bodine win the Daytona 500. You may be riding with him. He's in the back straightaway. What a sensation, Ned. That's his fuel gauge. His fuel gauge is the one on the right. See that little gauge that's flickering on the right-hand side of the dashboard, the F under it? I'm sure that's probably his fuel gauge, pressure gauge, which at the moment doesn't seem to see it flickering there.
It is definitely flickering when it goes into the turn.
And it goes into the turn. He's getting mighty close. See, the needle's going down now. Right. You're riding down for the finish. Checkered flag is out, and you are with Jeff Bodine as he wins the 1986 Daytona 500. Bodine has done it. CBS camera on board. The Rick Hendrick Racing Stable out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
He couldn't do it. Now they've got him where they really work. There's the white flag. He's got one more, about 30 seconds to go, and they're going to put this one in the bag. And I tell you, the crew's got to be awful happy over this. They've been working this thing for 2 or 3 years, and they're just sitting, just waiting. I'll bet you that they jump over the wall when the race is over. What do you bet?
Another person happy is his wife, Kathy. But nobody's going to say it's over till he gets that checkered flag, which he will get from Harold Kinder right now. Jeff Bodine.
What did I tell you about the crew? They all jumped over the wall, didn't they?
0.6.
You're absolutely correct. Waltrip
If that
is
car
coming on.
sputters, we could have a brand new winner on this circuit.
1 lap to go. Here is the battle shaping up out of turn number 3. Jeff Bodine driving the Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Mike Waltrip quite a distance behind and is questionable as to whether or not he can catch it. This is the last time around for Jeff Bodine. Out of turn number 1, Bodine takes a nice smooth sail down the Long Pond straightaway to that sweeping left-hand tunnel turn. Bodine holding his breath now. He could be going to victory lane for the first time since 1986. Waddell Wilson and all of the Rick Hendrick crew have awaited this moment for quite some time. He's only halfway from victory here in the Miller High Life 500. Bodine now moves down across into turn number 3. Jeff Bodine, the former Daytona 500 winner, hasn't won since 1986. He comes out of turn number 3. The crowd is on their feet. Jeff Bodine will win it this afternoon here at Pocono, the Miller High Life 500.
A tremendous victory, and now coming down the front stretch.
And
Mike Waltrip.
Not going to be able to pass him at the moment. Let's see what happens on the final lap of the race. Here comes the field down for the white flag. 1 more to go. Rudd is inside of Dale Earnhardt as they go into turn number 1, and both of them spin.
And Jeff Bodine takes the lead.
Earnhardt spins along with Ricky Rudd. Here comes Jeff Bodine, who'll come down and win the Holly Farms 400. Bodine wins as both Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd spin on the last lap, and Rusty Wallace is going to finish ahead of Dale Earnhardt.
Wow. Short track racing.
There's Brett Bodine in the Quaker State Buick owned by Kenny Bernstein. Now in third position. Rudd heads into turn number 1. Here comes the rest of the field. Down the main straightaway, the number 30 car of Michael Waltrip and the 9 machine of Bill Elliott are fighting for position. And the 94 of Sterling Marlin also fighting for position. Oh, and we have a spin. There's Earl Hare and Bill Elliott. Elliott tags the wall. A lot of cars involved in an incident in turn number 1 on the last lap. Bill Elliott is included, so is Herb Hare. But everybody running toward the front of the field makes it through okay.
And Ricky Rudd with a good lead, Bob, as he comes into turn 5, driving very smoothly through here on his way to victory.
The caution flag is out, but these fellows are racing back to the line. The caution flag doesn't mean anything if Jeff Bodine can beat him back, or Brett can beat Jeff. It doesn't mean a thing. Let's see. Jeff is falling back, but Brett is closing up on his older brother.
And here comes Ricky Rudd off of corner number 7. About to take the checkered flag and win the Budweiser at the Glen. And here is the battle for second position. There is the checkered and yellow waving simultaneously. Here come the Bodines off corner number 7, and Jeff finishes in second position. Brett right along.
From Chesapeake, Virginia is on the final lap. It'll be the first win for a driver from the state of Virginia at Darlington since Joe Weatherly won the Rebel 300 back in 1963.
Expect Kenny Martin to know that fact.
Ricky Rudd. This will be his 8th, make that 12th Winston Cup win.
He's only got about a couple hundred yards to go.
Here he is off of corner number 4. Ricky Rudd wins the Trans-South 500 at Darlington. Here comes Rusty Wallace. He's going to take 5th spot. It looked like Kyle Petty may have bumped the wall coming out of turn number 4 in his desperate attempt to get.
Looks like he's going to be able to hold Bill off, but he's going to really reel him in this last lap.
Linda Rudd hasn't been to victory lane since April of 1991 with her husband. And this is the last lap. Everybody's on their feet.
A lot of traffic right in front of him.
Back straight away. Elliott so close he can taste the win, and he hasn't won since the 5th race of this season. 4th turn. Checkered flag. Ricky Rudd wins the Peak Antifreeze 500, his 13th career Winston Cup victory.
Tries to hang on for his first win of 1993 around Jimmy Hendrick.
The 24 car of Jeff Gordon continues to gain, but he has run out of time if Rudd don't run out of gas. There's a car out of fuel on the back straightaway also. I think it's Hut Strickland, red car. It's hard to tell.
into that final lap, back straightaway. Ricky Rudd puts that Lumina through its paces, and the 36-year-old is halfway from pay dirt. His 20th season in Winston Cup racing. Looks like he's going to do it again. Pressure still very much on. Here he comes down out of 4. Ricky Rudd. And Joe Grimm watching it across the line. The checkers are out, and Ricky Rudd has pulled it off. The Rick Hendrick Racing Stables.
Cornflake Chevrolet off the 4th corner. And getting the white flag. There is one more lap to go for Terry Labonte from Corpus Christi, Texas, the 1984 NASCAR Winston Cup champion, who is about to record a victory here this afternoon. Here he is through turns 3 and 4. And Labonte wins the first Union 400. His 4th career short track win.
And Wallace loses another spot going into the corner. Checkers about to fall. And the 12th career win is about to be recorded by Terry Labonte for Rick Hendrick.
Last lap for Terry Labonte. See here whether or not Sterling Marlin will finish on the lead lap.
See, if y'all listen to me, I can tell you who's going to win the race.
Oh, way to go, Master Pearson. 4th turn, Terry Labonte will pick up his 13th career victory. 6 super speedway wins, 5 on the short tracks, and 2 on road courses.
Final lap for Terry Labonte, going for 2 in a row at Richmond International Raceway. Tonight he gives it a good shot. Mike Wallace easing by, and those leaders have worn out everything on those race cars. Limping, but coming home in first. It's Terry Labonte, followed by Dale Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace here at Richmond International Raceway. And that means that coming up, we're back with you in September.
Is ablaze with power as he sweeps past Michael Waltrip.
See Sterling Marlin moving under Hunt Strickland, getting in the corner there, taking that spot away.
I tell you, the 16 car is probably the best car in the racetrack besides the 4 car. It's just too far to go in this amount of time. You know, we're on the white flag lap right now, and Terry Labonte pretty much has everything in hand.
Doyle Ford reaches for the checkered flag. And around turn number 3 will come Terry Labonte with Ted Musgrave trying to close in, but Labonte looks to be poised to pick up his 2nd win of the season and the 15th of his career. Single file off turn 3, very close from 3rd on back. The victory. Terry Labonte wins it, 15th of his career. Ted Musgrave 2nd. Schrader holds off Sterling Marlin and Hunt Strickland.
Labonte gets the white flag, but still has this traffic to contend with.
Jeff Bodine had to come in for a splash of gas. Or a flat tire or something.
Now let's see, they're down to 4 or 5 car lengths.
And a slow car right, and Earnhardt is right on his back bumper.
Let's see what strategy he pulls. Oh, Labonte is sideways but wins the race, crashes, and he wins anyway. How about that? Whoa! Labonte crossed the line sideways, took the checkered flag, hit the wall, and still comes out the winner of the Goodies 500 over Dale Earnhardt. How about that?
Well, only a fitting ending to the night.
That's exactly right. Been a long night for everybody, including these race drivers. And the white flag comes out. 1 to go. One more trip around the 5/8 mile North Wilkesboro, North Carolina Oval. Will it be Terry Labonte or Jeff Gordon in victory lane? They're down the backstretch, still nose to tail, but Terry holding off the challenge of the defending NASCAR Winston Cup champion. Off of corner number 4, and Terry Labonte wins the first Union 400 with Jeff Gordon 2nd. Dale Earnhardt finishes 3rd, followed by Robert Presley and Sterling Martin.
I suppose you do. White flag is out.
Last lap for Texas, Terry Labonte. Headed for win number 18. Came in here second in points. 111 behind Gordon. So we're getting down to the end of this one. And as they come across, that second spot will be Mark Martin, followed by Jarrett. White flag is out on the field.
Well, I hate to say I said this at the start of the show, but I said you can lose this title in a hurry. Anything can happen. Down to the flag comes Terry Labonte.
Checkered flag is out, and Terry Labonte has done it again.
Positions there now.
And he's lined up. That could help propel Schrader back to the front. No, Schrader's going to tuck in line.
Don't count out Bobby Labonte. He's winless this year, too. Brotherly love's one thing. Winning the Talladega 500, that's another.
Terry Labonte, the defending champion of the series, the elder of the two brothers, John Andretti. Terry Labonte jukes to the inside. Everybody follows.
Andretti had a run coming off of turn 2, and Terry Labonte saw that, so he dipped down to the inside. He knew that Andretti was going to try to get that run coming down there.
Ned, if they have anything, they'll start building speed right here, coming off turn 4.
Bobby Labonte looks to the low side. Terry comes down. Bobby looks high. John Andretti looks to capitalize. They come to the tri-oval and head for the line. And Terry Labonte will pick up his 19th Winston Cup win in the Sears Die Hard 500.
Well, he made some great moves, did exactly what he had to do.
Back to the start finish line, and no caution. No caution. Labonte takes the lead. And Rusty Walsh is down to the third spot. The green continues. Benson hits the wall again over in the third and fourth corners, but down the back stretch they race as Dale Jarrett now finds himself second to Terry Labonte, and the white flag is coming out. We've got one more left and caution. And caution, so Terry Labonte wins. Wow. And Benson is still going. And Rusty's still going too. Evidently he didn't see the caution. Rusty is still racing up there, but he's that's all for no. They did take the caution flag with the white, so they cannot change position, and Terry Labonte wins the Pontiac Excitement 400. Andy Graves, his first victory as a crew chief.
One time with the fastest car on the track. He'll be fourth, and his teammate Jeremy Mayfield will finish fifth. The other two-car team in the top 5, Bobby Labonte, will wind up third, and rookie Tony Stewart will be the rookie of the race in sixth. To the checkered flag. Terry Labonte of Corpus Christi, Texas, two-time Winston Cup champion, scores a home state winner. Very popular with the fans here.
Last Darlington race that Terry Labonte led more than 6 laps, September 1984. He's out in front now on the white flag lap here in the 2003 Southern 500. Half a lap to go. It's going to be a popular win. Oh, is this going to be popular? You're going to see the crews out on pit road applauding him, the other drivers giving him congratulations. Two-time Winston Cup champion Terry Labonte at age 46 will take the checkered flag and win the 54th Southern 500. That's pretty cool.
All right, way to go, guys. We did it. We did it. Way to go, everybody. Good job of the fans. You guys won the race for us right there.
Labonte's margin of victory, 1.6 seconds over Kevin Harvick. Terry led 33 laps today. They were the ones that counted most. Matt?
Jim, this race means so much. You came in to turn around this program, and you pulled it off.
It's my guys. I'm going to tell you, guys at the shop, the guys at pit crew, it's a team. My job's easy, man. I just let them do their thing, and we get it done.
What's this mean to come back and not only win, but win the Southern 500, the last one on Labor Day?
I don't know what to say. I really don't. Happy for Terry. Really happy for him.
I guess I stand to be corrected, BP.
He might be going to do some donuts.
Or he might be asking to get the checkered flag from starter Jimmy Howell. That's what he's asking for. He said, I want that last checkered flag. Look at it. They're throwing it down to him.
All right.
That's going to be like a Saturday night short track victory lap, but it's at Darlington in the Southern 500.
Cool. Get up there, Terry.
Last lap.
One more, Danny, one more.
Edwards on the outside of Kenseth. Whoa, he got that thing hung out.
And those points will hurt Matt trying to make the chase.
He's going to lose another spot to Tony Stewart.
Through turns 3 and 4. Tomorrow the headlines will say Busch won at California.
Here it is.
But it'll be Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch wins at California.
Yeah, get it, get it, get it. Yes, second top winner by 4 days, Kyle Busch, baby. Yeah.
Kyle Busch is the youngest winner in the history of the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. By 4 days. Donald Thomas won at Lakeland Speedway in Georgia. He was 20 years old, 4 months and 6 days. Busch is 20 years, 4 months and 2 days.
That's pretty awesome. At least the fireworks was on cue.
Phoenix, last lap.
Hey, focus here. White flag.
Kyle Busch driving for car owner Rick Hendrick. Understand Rick wasn't feeling well earlier in the week. Hopefully he's better today. This will help.
He loves his race cars and loves the victories.
Fuck yeah, Alan. Nice work, boys.
Young Kyle Busch brings it off at turn 4, his second win of the season. Kyle Busch wins at Phoenix.
That's it, right there.
Sideways, he's giving it everything he's got.
Last lap.
Ooh, in the back of him.
The 96 car is spun, and the caution is out. The race is over.
No,
it's not out. It's not out. It's not out. It's not out.
And Edwards has position on the outside. Oh, he's going to drive it in there for everything he's got, and he takes it. It looked like Hamlin either sputtered or just he got out of the gas way early.
Try and run down the race leader coming off of 4.
11 is out of fuel. Denny Hamlin loses another spot.
Kyle Busch wins at New Hampshire. Hamlin coasts across the line.
And he'll
go. He gets a run to the inside. I'm sure Kyle Busch will put the block on him.
He better be careful down here. Uh-oh.
It's okay. Hamlin's slow. No problem. Little touch.
All I can say is Kyle Busch better be glad that's
Clear.
Jeff Burton behind him.
Yes, sir. A lot of give and take there. He's going to little bump and run here. They're going to drag race to the finish line. Yes. Kyle Busch in the 5.
I tell you, anybody else, Mr. Nice Guy was nice to the 5 car.
Spin in turn 1. Casey Mears after the checkered flag.
Darrell, you're absolutely right. Kyle Busch better be glad that 31 car was behind him, because there was a lot of give and take there.
Took good care of him.
Checkers, not wreckers. And Kyle Busch scores.
New team, new driver. White flag in the air.
Nice and smooth. One more.
Like Mark needs to be told, nice and smooth. He's got a 1-second lead. He's got half a lap to go.
I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be a popular win with the fans and with the competitors. I can guarantee you that.
And I'm really happy for Rick Hendrick, because this 5 car, it's been a while since it won a race, and Rick really is proud of this opposite way that Gustafson and Mark have. Good job, Mark.
Well, we had a battle for 3rd with Kurt Busch in that 2 and Jimmy Johnson, but Kurt Busch.
1993 Southern 500. He has 25 top 10s here. This is his 43rd Darlington race, and he's on the money lap.
1 to go.
Has a pretty clean racetrack in front of him. There's one car out there about 4 or 5 car lengths. He's halfway down the back straightaway now.
What a great night for him and his team. He can almost coast home from here.
Man, I think we're going to make it.
I think
the old man, Mark Martin. 2nd win of the season, 2nd win at Darlington. Mark Martin wins. Woo! at Darlington.
That's big. That's big, boys.
Now everybody's 100% with one to go.
White flag is out. Jimmy Johnson's out of fuel. Jimmy Johnson is out of fuel. Biffle leads. White flag in the air. This is the last lap.
Biffle may be the new Silver Fox.
Well, hang on. We got a long way to go. You got Mark Martin sitting right there. Mark just moved to second.
Biffle's, he looks to be
He's
slow.
He's slowing. Is he slowing?
He's off the pace.
He's off the pace.
Here comes Mark Martin.
Oh, he's barreling.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at Biffle.
He's shaking it. He just went to the switch.
Here comes Mark. Oh, no.
Half a lap from the finish. Mark Martin to the lead.
Incredible.
Does he have enough fuel?
This is drama, dude. This is...
Oh, yeah, he can coast from here.
Out of
He's
four.
got it.
Biffle's going to coast.
He's got four wins here and another one today. Mark Martin takes the checkered flag of Michigan. That's why you love racing.
Man, that's exciting.
That's pretty cool. He wants to see those guys racing like heck behind him.
Stewart up to fourth. Here comes Tony. Remember how far back he started tonight. Way deep in the field. Stewart began in 32nd tonight, running inside the top 5. Here we go. White flag is out.
I'm telling you, these guys chasing Mark Martin better be glad it's not another 100 laps in this race, or he'd lap them all. Casey Kane had a great night. How about Tony Stewart?
Look at
as far back as 17th after that pit stop has driven back to 4th. What a great run. What a great
Coming
run
to the checkered flag. Mark Martin takes the win. Jeff Gordon finishes in second.
And that's $1 million from Lifeline, people.
Has never won a race at New Hampshire.
See Kyle Busch there on the outside of Jimmy Johnson trying to take that 4th spot away. Got a spin off of turn 4. He's already taken the white flag.
So they'll race back here to the checkered flag.
Caution's not out yet. They're still racing. No caution yet. They got cars sitting here. They're going to have to throw the caution. Still not out.
Still not out. It's going to come into the checkered flag.
Oh, really? Now the caution's out.
Coming to the checkers. Coming to the checkers.
And it is officially over.
Watch out. Watch out.
The caution's out. You got the win.
As soon as that caution comes out, the field is frozen, and so Mark Martin was automatic.
Well, there it is.
You got plenty of room behind you. Plenty of room behind you.
Kane is trying to join 2 NASCAR Hall of Famers who both won in their 300th career start. Double Cup champion Ned Jarrett and the '89 champion Rusty Wallace each won their 300th start. That's the number Casey Kane is on tonight.
Pretty nice celebration.
Around the turn to the front straightaway, the 13th career win for Casey Kane is the Coca-Cola 600.
Kane was able tonight.
That's it.
There it goes.
White flag out. And Casey Kane can breathe easy at New Hampshire.
That's all he had.
That's all he had, man. He gave that thing everything he had every lap.
Denny Hamlin dominated this race.
No pressure.
Made a great rally late, but it's going to come up short. Casey Kane down the back straightaway for the final time. When we come back to New Hampshire in September, we'll be in the chase. And more than likely, Casey Kane will be running for a championship because he's going to get his 2nd win here today. And it's going to be his 1st ever at New Hampshire.
Way to go. Great strategy, Kenny.
Hamlin may not make it around. Right front going down. Final lap for Casey Kane.
Just bring it on home here.
Sails it off into turn 3. Gets underneath Joey Logano. And Casey Kane wins the Food City 500 at Bristol.
Nice job.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
White flag is up. We're in the final lap. 3 more tricky Pocono corners for Casey Kane. And one that almost got away might be coming back to him. This is a team and a driver that I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to break out and to just tear off top 2 or 3 wins. What a performance by them today.
Yeah, not only are they moving up inside, well inside the top 10, a second victory for the year. We're going to talk about him being a part of the chase for sure.
And not only that, probably being a championship contender.
The checkered flag at Pocono today, Casey Kane. Jeff Gordon will get second after that last restart when Kane sailed the winning car about 20 feet wide.
He's a man on a mission. Kenseth over there on that quarter panel pulling him back.
This could get dicey. Coming around to the white flag. Kenseth wiggles. Can Kane clear him? He does. Last lap at Atlanta. Checker flag in the air, the timeliest of wins for Casey Kane, who punches his ticket into the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup.
Yeah, guys. Yes! Yes! Yeah, guys, way to fight back. Keep coming.
And there's the celebration.
You have to feel good for this team and Casey Kane. With all they've been through, I mean, Casey Kane has won 17 Cup wins. 17 Cup wins.
18 now.
18 now. And
sponsored by Credit One Bank. Brad 3.2 back, and Kyle Busch, that is, 6.2 back. Hamlin and Blaney, the top 5. Going to shake up the points. Going to put Hamlin to the top, Keselowski, and then Larson, as Kyle Larson wins Las Vegas.
Hell yeah, guys! Great job!
White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Kyle Larson trying for his first NASCAR win in a race longer than 400 miles. And he's going to pick NASCAR's longest night to do it.
And what a weird situation to get it done, right? With those 3 second places back in 2017, a pole and then go ahead and win the race. Going to do it again right here, 2021.
Kyle Larson wins the Coca-Cola 600. Rick Hendrick, career win 269. The irony of returning the
what the 9 has to do, he's got to watch that 5 trying to be aggressive. As soon as he makes a mistake, that's when you got to pounce, and you got to close that gap. You got to make Kyle Larson not think about the next corner, the next shift, but think about Chase Elliott. I think Kyle Larson did a great job that opening lap. You could see he was pushing and slip and slide around, just trying not to overdrive it, and that allowed Chase Elliott to stay right there. Now he's starting to settle in. What can Chase Elliott do with that?
That's the hardest part. Don't let him force you into it. Continue to keep the poise, and it's so challenging to do when somebody's breathing down your neck. Don't make a mistake and beat yourself.
And you still got 2 major braking zones. Here's 1 into 7. Don't wheel hop, but you got one last one into 11. If Chase Elliott puts a little pressure down through these S's, will the 5 of Larson wheel hop into that braking zone in turn 11.
Remember 5 years ago, Denny Hamlin, Tony Stewart, just that same kind of battle. Down into 11 on the final corner of the race. But Chase has got to get closer to have a shot.
So strong in this fast part of the track right here. I just don't think he does.
Turn 11, the final braking zone. And Rick Hendrick's team's going to tie a record that stood since 1956. 1-2 finishes, 4 races in a row as Kyle Larson wins at Sonoma.
And he's excited about it. See him go sideways.
And 63 laps led already. This has got to be the most dominant performance we've seen out of Kyle Larson. Fuel was an issue. Overheating was an issue. He fixed the overheating problem. He has managed the fuel problem, and he's going to make it 3 wins in a row. Kyle Larson returns to Nashville Superspeedway a winner.
Good job, man. So proud of this team. So thankful for Valvoline.
Presented by Credit One Bank, the gap between first and second, 2.35 seconds. Larson ahead of Elliott on the final lap here at the Glen.
All Kyle Larson has to do is bring it home in one piece, keep it on the racetrack, and he's got this one buttoned up. Here he comes for the right-hander. Turn 2, that's the bottom of the Essence. He'll crest the hill in turn 3, ease his way over to the turn 4 area, and here comes Young Money, looking for the big money for the final time out of 4 and headed up the back straightaway.
Kyle Larson cruises down the back straightaway, lifting and braking early, smoothly into the bus stop. No mistakes here. Cruz just rolling through here without any real pressure. It's going to be an easy cruise to a victory as he goes around the carousel. Great pace in this 5 car all day long. He's headed to you, Bert.
Kyle Larson's won everything you sat in this year. Dirt cars, all types of dirt cars, road courses. Never won at Watkins Glen. A couple corners away from his first career win at this racetrack.
Number 5 important for Kyle Larson and Hendrick Motorsports, and it's going to be win number 5 on the 2021 season for the driver of the 5. Kyle Larson comes out of 7 for the final time, and Larson is going to win at the Glen.
Oh yeah, guys, good job today.
Larson with a 2-car length lead, 1 lap to go. Harvick charging hard. Larson, now Elliott on the inside of Harvick. Watch for that. Larson clears him out of 4. Larson's going to win at Bristol.
What a race, let's go!
Can't blame you for trying.
Speaking of 1 second, 1 lap to go now. The final lap from the Roval for Kyle Larson. I mentioned we talked to him earlier, and he said, I'm not expecting to win this championship. I know I have to go out there and fight and get it. There's where the 24 of Byron got off track and into the wall in the infield. Well, Kyle Larson is going after it here in the round of 12. Coming in, Kyle Larson had 60 playoff points. Those are the only things that will advance into the next round with you. 60 points is the maximum number of points you can earn in one race. So he has almost a 1-race advantage going into the next round.
He's going to have more now. Very impressive, Kyle Larson. I think what's most impressive for me, Rick, is the style of tracks. I would never have pegged Kyle Larson a road course racer, but this will be the second one of the year that he's proven that he can best some of the best road course racers we have seen.
And getting some of their momentum back. Bad strategy at Vegas. Got in a wreck at Talladega. Before that, they weren't running great. Getting some of that back for this next round of the playoffs.
And what a season it has been for Kyle Larson. He is going to become the first driver ever in the Cup Series to win 3 road course races in the same season. Kyle Larson, through the chicane for the final time, he will win at the Charlotte Roval. It's a come off of 4. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. 1.5 miles from his 8th win of the season is Kyle Larson. A win at this racetrack locks him in to the championship 4 in Phoenix. Gives his team 2 weeks to work on that car. Kyle Larson, a dominant performance. He leads 256 laps, and he'll win at Texas.
Phoenix, run for the title. Good job.
To finish this off, as we have 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. If he's able to finish this off, the last driver to win 3 straight races twice in a season was Dale Sr. back in 1987. Pretty good company to join there.
That's the best company. How you get better than that?
What a season Kyle Larson has put together, and what a round. This round of 8 of the best drivers in NASCAR, he has put it on him. He wins again. Larson wins at Kansas.
For you, Mr. H. For you and all the teammates of HMS from all those years ago. Excellent job, guys. Great team, great job today. Proud of you, Larson.
To go, presented by Credit One Bank.
Wow, Truex made up a lot of time again in turns 3 and 4.
A huge amount of time.
He's closed the gap. The 5 now sees the 19. He's getting closer in the mirror. Down the backstretch for the final time.
There's going to be a lap car on the inside. Not going to allow Truex to run that low line that he wants to run.
Kyle Larson a year ago watched the race from North Carolina. Today, he's a Cup Series champion.
Oh my God, guys! Yes! Yes! Pit crew, this is all on you guys. Unbelievable. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, everybody. How about that stop, boys? How about that pit stop? Great job, man. Awesome.
There's Mr. H. You can already see the emotion. What it means to Kyle Larson. Every single vehicle he gets behind the wheel of, he has won the biggest races. And today, he wins the biggest in NASCAR.
Side draft him. The white flag waves, 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And around goes the 31, sliding down through the grass. Everybody may get through this. He bounces off the wall. They've taken the white. We are still green. Larson with 3/10 on Dillon. Eric Jones closing up for second. Can anybody catch Kyle Larson?
Not today.
You're going to the bottom here.
Watch Jones. The big run on the outside.
Dillon on the bottom, slides up right to the tail of the 5. Here they come for the checkered flag. Kyle Larson keeps that surfboard trophy in California.
Man, the second race of the season when he found victory lane. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. And now 3 car lengths separate the top 2. A.J. Allmendinger trying to find anything in that car to catch the 5.
Oh, he's going to have divine intervention to win this race because Kyle Larson is gone. Here he comes for the final time through turn 2, through turn 3, setting up for turn number 4. It's all Kyle Larson trying to score the double dip as he races his way for the final time at the back straightaway at the Glen.
The best Chase Elliott could do was work his way back up to 4th position after Kyle Larson ran him wide on turn 1 in the final restart. An aggressive movement has put him in position to win this race, comfortably ahead of the 16 car of A.J. Allmendinger. Only a few corners remain for the 5 car in checkered flag.
Not the wins from Kyle Larson that we saw last year, but now getting momentum going into the playoffs. Larson becoming more dangerous at the time of the year when it matters. Playoffs looming. Kyle Larson set up for a win here.
Burton, you mentioned it. He won here a year ago, and he looks to go back-to-back at the Glen. Kyle Larson comes out on the front stretch. He'll see the checkered flag. Larson wins again at the Glen.
Good job today, guys.
Great job, man. Really proud of you. Great job, team. Good work, fellas. Great job.
Lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Kyle Larson has led 198 laps today. He will lead 199 if he can close it out. He goes all the way to the bottom of the racetrack through 1 and 2. As dominant as a car as Kyle Larson has been at this racetrack so many times, his best finish has been second. That is until today. Kyle Larson comes off turn 4, and Larson will win at Homestead, Miami. A dominant performance. Cliff Daniels getting a hug from Jeff Gordon there. And